Fusco, baby.
I'm back, baby. Did you miss me, people?
Andy Fusco, my nearly close friend.
What was that you were going to say?
Hello, everyone. My name is Josh. You're listening to the Chain Rant Podcast, and back in the second chair is our good friend, mentor, confidant, Andy Fusco, the bearded one.
The bearded wonder.
Yeah.
I like to think of this as first chair.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
I bet you fucking do.
Like, okay, so if we were in an orchestra, you and I would both be first chair douchebags.
Yeah, we'd be first chair assholes.
Yeah. And like, so you're,
Everyone,
well, nobody knows who who was on the show yet, because as of this recording,
right now,
it hasn't gone out
has
yet.
not got out. Yeah. Yeah.
So nobody knows who chair
We'll talk
two
about
was.
that. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah, no, I would say that we're first chair assholes, and all of the guests that come on the show are second chair assholes. Like, they're getting there.
They're working. Yeah. I mean,
They aspire to be like us one day.
if only.
At a mediocre level of internet fame.
At a medium pace.
Yeah. At a medium pace. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Josh.
Yes, Andy. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm totally out of practice here.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll edit that out.
So, you know what really sticks a friggin' banana in my tailpipe?
What's that, Fusco?
When you finally get a vacation after 17 years and your arguable best friend replaces you with some unknown person who we still don't know who it is and thinks they can do a better job than me. Whoever that person is, go F yourself.
So the person, because by the time this comes out,
Everybody will
the other
know.
one will probably have come out. The person was Bill. Bill filled in, service band Bill.
Fireman Bill.
Fireman Bill. Fireman Bill came by the Chain Rant studio. We had a very lovely Sunday conversation.
Was it like early Sunday, late Sunday? Was
It was
drinking involved?
It was Sunday afternoon, and there was some drinking involved. Yeah, we did some drinking. He got off a 48-hour shift. And then
came here?
And then, well, no, he got off a 48-hour shift, watched the kids while his wife went to brunch, and then came here and just
Christ.
like we went ham. So it was fun. It's good. It was good to have Bill. It was definitely a different tone, I think.
Yeah, how did it go? Was it like more calm?
He was calm. Yeah.
He didn't like pull a Foucault and just black out?
No, he didn't black out.
stupid.
He's kind of a reserved guy. So yeah, it was just a nice conversation.
That's an understatement.
It was a very highbrow conversation about, and we did not stray from the topic of bagpipes to talk about pulling stuff out of butts at all.
Well, I can't wait to hear this
because
someday.
this,
When Josh
someday
gets it done.
I'm thinking early 2020.
Yeah, we'll get there.
So, hello everyone. You're listening to the Chain Rant Podcast, but you knew that already because you clicked the button. We are an explicit show, so if you're sensitive in the ears, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to listen to something else. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fuck, 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 fuck.
Brilliant.
And you can review the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, Google, Spotify. Are we on Spotify yet? I thought I submitted us for Spotify. I don't know if we're there yet.
I don't know.
Basically, we're everywhere you can
Spotify
get
have podcasts?
podcasts
I don't
because they do. We're everywhere you can get podcasts because we are the world's worst bagpiping podcast.
And they let anybody do this shit, apparently.
They let anybody do this shit. Yeah, they'll let anybody in anywhere. You can send us emails and voicemails to be played on air. And I would like to say that I really want to hear. We're about to go into St. Patrick's Day weekend, so I definitely want to get some stories post St. Patrick's Day. So send us a voicemail, email of your St. Patrick's Day stories. We'll use them for next week's episode.
We'd prefer voice because we'd like to hear you tell the story and how it all went down.
Well, it gives us a good opportunity to go have a wee or get a beer or something
That
because we don't have to like read it. We can just let it play and ignore it, and
Right, exactly.
the usual thing we do with the hard work of our fans. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and if you're Australian, Snapchat. Check out the Chanter Rant store at chanterrant.com. This episode of the Chanter Rant podcast is brought to you by the Chanter Rant store and our Patreon supporters. Thank you to everyone who has clicked that support button. I don't remember how many we have, but I think
we're up to 31.
We're up to 31, and
new one this week.
We'll give them a shout out later on. And if you are one of our patrons and you missed the stream last week and this week, it is because my computer died. We will get more into that, but the stream is returning. And we got some good stuff lined up for our Patreon patrons.
Plus, nobody wants to look at Bill, so
Plus, nobody wants to.
we did not want to
look at
stream
that.
his face.
Yeah. And the cheetah jacket was dirty. It was just the whole thing. And last but not least, please invite and share with your friends. If they are in the pipe band world and they are as sick in the fucking head as we are, then they're probably one of the 6 and they just don't know it yet.
Or they will be soon.
I did get a message. I got a message today that I think it was through the Facebook page, but I had someone contact us and they were like, just started listening to the show.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
You guys are fucking nuts.
Yeah, we got a couple of those. I think maybe the iTunes review thing helped because there's new people finding us.
Did we break out in a different region? Like
I don't know, because we've got some new people that are listening that have said like, "What the hell are you guys doing? We love it."
yeah, and that's good. So we have a couple messages I'll go through real quick. A couple people wrote us thanking us for the stickers. For those of you who are not sure what that's about, we did a thing where we'll send you a Chain of Rant sticker in the mail if you post a review of the show on iTunes and screenshot it. Send it to us, chainofrant@gmail.com.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you'd like to send a picture of your spread apart butt cheeks, you can send it to us at bigrabshow@gmail.com.
Joke never gets old, does it?
Heather, Gareth, Kevin, cheers, guys. I think we sent out a few more than that. And then Norman, new listener who wrote in on Wednesday, what the fuck? I've only just started listening to you blokes. You are 2 funny cunts. Keep it real and keep fucking shit up. So it's got to be an Aussie, right?
Must be. He said cunt in a good way.
Yeah. Anytime I saw this great diagram, I don't know if I mentioned it on the show yet, but it was a diagram about how Australia is the most progressive country when it comes to non-binary gender pronouns. Because if you because if you're talking to a guy, you say mate.
Right.
If you're talking to a girl, you say mate. If you're talking to a stranger, you say mate. If you're talking to your boss, you say mate. If you're talking to someone who's bisexual or intersex, you say mate. And if you're talking to someone who's your friend, you say cunt.
I have not seen this, but I would like to see this.
So yeah,
That's actually great.
Yeah,
really is
when you think about it, Australia is very forward thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Also, someone sent me a video of a fucking snake coming down from a power line to eat a bird.
Yeah, I was copying
the Straya fucking videos we get sent now. Jesus Christ.
All right, so that all started because I'm scared to death of Australia, and every chance she gets, Aussie Broad
You're
sends me
scared to
some
death of
ridiculous.
You hate critters too, don't you?
Critters.
Yeah, you
exactly.
hate critters.
Yeah, for sure. So she sends me any scary shit that ever shows up in Australian Facebook feeds.
So wait. Let's run down a list of things Fusco is terrified of. Bats. Do you like bats? Like the flying ones.
Those don't bother me.
Don't bother you. Snakes.
Kinda.
Okay. Like you kind of are freaked out by snakes, or you kind of are okay with snakes?
I'm say middle of the road. I'm kind of freaked out by snakes based on what I've seen them do in Australia.
Okay, but like a normal, like a little snake,
No,
you'd
it
be
doesn't
like, hey,
bother
fuck
me.
it.
Yeah, it
Okay.
doesn't bother me.
Rats.
Kind of. No, I wouldn't say really
don't
weirds
really
me
like-
out. No.
Raccoon.
Nope. No problem.
Cat.
Nope. Love cats.
Dogs.
Love them. Great.
Cow.
Moo.
Service band pipers.
Ooh, that really creeps me out.
Spiders.
They're like oh, forget it.
Spider. Really?
I will run like a little girl.
Dude,
Yes.
I
That's where it started, to be honest.
was it spiders?
Aussie
What about
sends
like
me pictures of the most ridiculous
what
spiders?
about like bees?
They don't bother me.
Flying insects. Any flying
Like
insects?
a wasp, like the real aggressive looking motherfuckers. Yeah, that freak me out. But not like the average honeybee or whatever.
I fucking hate bugs.
Yeah, bugs.
I hate
centipede, millipede. Oh my god.
Oh, don't even get me. Yeah, that freaked me out. And I've gotten better. Like as I've gotten drunker and I don't give a fuck anymore. Like take me now, sweet death.
Well, there's that.
And
it's
in
not
this
fear of death. It's fear of eight legs walking on me.
In this eternal torment. Like I've gotten more chill with bugs now that I'm a home occupier, I guess is the term I would use. And I have a rule. Like my rule is you can be a critter and you can live a perfectly long for your critter type life as long as I never come across you. Like you can be out in my shed.
Do your thing. Just do it in private.
If you're a creepy spider, you could live under my you can live under my oven. You could live under my under my fridge. As long as just the moment I make eye contact, you're gonna die. Yeah. I apologize, but
yeah, I have a couple stories about that. So I hate spiders. Fucking hate spiders. right? And so my first job when I moved here, and you know my buddy Matt that we go to Iron Man with all the time. So he knew this about me. So one time, he's done it a couple times.
You realize now,
I know
600 people know this about you.
So this one time, we worked at this office building, and like I walk in, and there's like a plastic baggie with a dead Black Widow in it sitting on my desk. I'm like, what the fuck? Just freak out. And it turned out it was like dead in his garage. So we put it in the bag and brought it to work to freak me out. And then another time, my roommate at the time knew I also was fucking scared of death spiders. Brought like this big rubber fucking tarantula looking thing and like put it on my chair at work. So I like got there in the morning, pulled it out, and I fucking jumped, ran a mile away.
And you grew up in like upstate New York. Did you guys get like wolf spiders and shit, right?
No, nothing like that. We have all small bugs.
All small bugs.
New Yorks. Yeah, nothing scary there at all.
So here, the big thing when I was growing up in southern Nevada, it's Black Widows. Tons of Black Widows. They're everywhere. There's 100 of them living underneath us right now.
Oh yeah.
And scorpions. Scorpions was the big one.
Yeah.
And I don't see as many big scorpions anymore because I live downtown, so I live more central. I used to, when I first moved in, I used to see scorpions a lot. Like you'd be like in the shower and a scorpion would crawl out of like the faucet and be like, "What's up, motherfucker?" And you're just like, "Oh man." And like I have to wear glasses and I don't wear them in the shower.
Yeah, you're like,
it's like then I'm trying to like is that a scorpion or something? Oh no, okay, I need to murder this now. Great. It's like the first, especially this place sat unoccupied for like years before I moved in.
Yeah.
And then I was renovating everything. So I was tearing floors out. I was tearing walls out. I was upsetting all the critters.
Oh, yeah. They were everywhere.
And so, like, I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to have to wear combat boots to shower now. Like, just for like a week because all these critters. Yeah, but Black Widows and Scorpions were the big ones. When I grew up way out in the boonies up on the east side. You've been to my folks' place. Back then, there was nothing out there. Yeah. That was the edge.
Yep.
And when it would rain, you would get these fucking scorpions that I shit you not, or were as big as my shoe. And I remember being a kid, and these giant fucking scorpions would come in the garage to get out when it was raining. Yeah. And like, mom would go in the garage. You would hear a scream, a beer bottle drop and break, and she would come back in, and she'd be like, "Angus, I need you in the garage, please." And we were kids. We'd go out and watch, and
just be sweeping them out.
Angus, God bless him. No, he tried to kill it.
Oh,
and he's fucking. It's like trying to kill a tank, right? Like they have so much HP.
Armored,
yeah,
for sure.
and so we'd go out
like
there.
Something out of Fallout 3.
We'd go out there and we'd watch him, and there'd be this big black scorpion in the corner, and he'd take his shoe off and just wham, 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 wham. Fuck. Wham, wham. They would just go and go and go. Yeah, the scorpions were bad. Vinegaroons suck.
Oh, dude, I was just going to mention vinegaroons.
Yeah.
I saw one once in my life, and I was just like, you know what? I've seen enough of this life.
The thing about vinegaroons is that they're fast.
They're fast as shit.
And they're mean.
They're aggressive.
Like
and they look like a scorpion backwards almost.
Yeah. Yeah, they look like a backwards scorpion.
They're terrifying.
And it's a bug where it's like most bugs you discover it and it's like, oh fuck, I gotta get out of here. A vinegaroon, you discover it and it's like, oh, I'm getting you, motherfucker, I'm coming. Like, I've seen it. I've seen a vinegaroon chase my brother across a patio.
They're insane, dude. I've been chased by one time. I've only seen one once and it chased me.
Yeah,
and I'm like, woo, 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 woo. I'm out of here.
When I lived in I don't know how this became the bug podcast. We'll get back to the stuff. When I lived in Reno in northern Nevada, we had what we called Jeffries, which are house centipedes.
I've heard. Oh yes. Oh my god. I know. Somebody made me look one up once, and I wanted to kill myself.
It might have been me.
Yeah, it probably was.
we used to get Jeffries.
I don't need to live in a world where this thing exists.
And they were terrifying, and we called them Jeffries, just like it was from the movie Get Them to the Greek, where they talk about the like PCP blunt or whatever. And it's like, why do you call it a Jeffrey? And it's like, oh, it makes it less intimidating. It's just, oh, Jeffrey, like it's just the bloke that lives next door. And so we would get these things when I lived in Reno all over the place, and they were like fast and they were mean, and they were just hundreds of them when you found them.
Yeah.
And we called them Jeffries, but yeah, it was bad. Oh. Like I've reenacted scenes from Arachnophobia with a propane torch.
I've never seen that movie. I couldn't sit through it.
Dude,
could not sit through
I saw that movie when I was like 8 years old. It scarred me for life.
I would not even see it.
So when we hit 50 Patreon subscribers, we're going to do a live stream
of me.
It's not going to be an episode. It's not going to be an episode. It's just going to be a patron perk, and we're going to live stream Fusco watching all of Arachnophobia.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can you imagine? I'm going to lose my fucking mind, dude. Like, spiders terrify me.
And just to add...
Any creepy crawly, to be honest.
Just to add insult to injury, we're going to make him do it while he's on mushrooms.
You know that scene from Indiana Jones 2?
Yeah.
The fucking bug scene?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Oh, really?
Oh, my God.
Dude,
I
what
still
about
can't sit through it.
What about the Adrian Brody King Kong? Did you see that?
Oh, my God, yes. I saw that. I forgot all about that. I saw that in a theater, and I was like...
Crawling out of your seat.
Oh, my God, I've never felt
That has
so
to be
uncomfortable.
that has to be one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen.
I could not look. It was awful.
Okay, so we're done with the bug section of the podcast.
So fuck you, Australia.
Yeah, fuck you, Australia. I'm still down. I'll go.
Really?
Here's the problem. I'm okay.
Snake hanging out of a fucking telephone wire was eating a fucking hawk of some sort.
Here's the problem I have
Australia.
with Australia. It's not the snake hanging off the telephone wire eating the hawk, because like I feel pretty safe that a critter's not going to get me here in Nevada or in the United States in general, because I'll shoot the motherfucker.
Well, you
Australia's
have guns. Yeah.
Australia's got no guns.
That's true.
Like, what the hell am I supposed to do when the hawk-eating snake turns and looks at me and says, "Yeah, your nose kind of looks like a beak," and then like, fuck, like, what am I going to do then? I mean, I hit it with a boomerang like that. There's nothing to do.
Oh my God, I'm taking a goddamn EVA 8 into the goddamn ocean to shoot great white sharks when I go to Australia. I'll
Yeah,
tell you what.
like it's one of those things where it's like, why? That was such a nerd reference. I love it.
Nobody will get it.
Yeah,
but-
if you get that reference, you win a
write us
sticker.
in, we'll give you a
get
sticker.
But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I feel okay about critters now because I can always just like have a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. In Australia, it's like, I guess I'll just hurl insults at it. I don't.
Call it a mate or a cunt.
Yeah.
Which one is
Call it a
bad?
cunt?
They're
Like-
both the same.
Listen, cunt. I guess you get the really big knife, right? You get like you get the crocodile hunter knife.
Crocodile
Dundee knife.
Yeah.
If only Steve had a knife.
Yeah, he wouldn't be dead. This poor bastard.
Okay, so Fusco.
Yes, sir.
Let's get to actually talking about this show, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
You're back, baby.
I'm back.
Welcome back. You took a much deserved vacation.
I did. I didn't know that until afterwards, but yes, I did.
Is it weird that I'm considering this weekend to be my much deserved vacation?
You going to Havasu?
Yeah, it's
Is
like
that a vacation?
It's like a working vacation,
It's different.
but like the shit that will be bugging me, like I'll be dealing with like people I like playing music, and that's all I have to do.
That's all you got to do.
For me, a 12-hour shift playing music on and off is like so much less bullshit than I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis that it's basically a vacation.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, but it's not. Here's the thing I learned by going away. And I was talking to Rab via Facebook today.
Yeah.
Back and forth a little bit. And he was asking me about the trip and stuff. And I'm like, man, I haven't been on a vacation. I can't even tell you the last time I went on an actual
That was just an actual vacation.
Yeah.
Not for
granted-
games, not for some other shit.
Yeah, because usually when I have time off, I go home. And that's not relaxing at all.
No,
It's just
yeah.
dealing with family and all the nonsense. So I haven't been away for anything. And we went to Ireland, but I wouldn't say that was a vacation. I mean, granted, we were gone for a long time and we had a lot of downtime.
I would say that was a vacation. We spent a lot of time fucking off.
We did, but it wasn't like sitting by the ocean, fucking doing nothing. You know what I mean? So anyway,
No, it was either sitting in the rain or standing in the rain or walking through the rain
Right.
or looking at the rain out the window.
I mean, it was kind of like the ocean because you were insanely wet. But
it was incredibly damp. It's an incredibly damp country.
oh my god. But yeah, man, like even though this was a working vacation because we worked 4 days or so of the 7 or 8 days we were there, like sitting by the I tell you what, I've told people this. I had no idea the power of relaxation by the ocean or just chilling.
It's the blue mind theory. You ever
I've never
read
heard
about that?
No.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, so it's like I think it's called blue mind. I might be wrong, but it's the idea that being close to a large body of water, like, and just like spending time next to it, actually physically calms you and like overall.
Oh, I absolutely agree. I mean, I'd never experienced that before that I remember specifically, but I was telling
Dude,
them,
why do you think people sail? Like I used to sail.
I would love
I used
to
to
do
sail when I was younger,
I would love to do that.
and sailing is like the most fun you never want to have. Like it's one of those things where it's like it's type 2 fun. It's the entire time you're doing it, for the most part, it's work and it's
work.
miserable.
Yeah.
But then you get back to shore and you're like,
Yeah.
That was great. I can't wait to do that again.
Kind of like playing bagpipes on St. Patrick's Day, right? No, wait, no, that's hell. Sorry.
Yeah, that's just a waking hell.
Yeah, man, but like totally. Like I came back, I was joking around with somebody. I forget who it was. Claire, maybe after practice, whatever it was, because everybody knew at practice. Like I was calm as shit. Like I didn't lose my shit, nothing. And
Even given opportunity.
Oh, I had opportunity. I'm like,
I noticed that. I was like, I figured you'd finally just like dabbled in the reefer or something.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
but
it's Blue Mind. It's Blue Mind Theory, and it's a book. It's Blue Mind Theory: Why Being Near the Water Makes You Happy.
Well, one of the things, because we had a cabin on the outside of the boat, so we had a balcony, right? So we would go out. I was roommates with this guy Keegan, and we would go out and just fucking listen to the ocean on the boat, kind of thing. And man, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
For one. And then two, like I remember coming back, I'm like, hey man, Irie, man. I was just like, I didn't give a fuck about anything, dude.
Yeah.
I can't. And the last day coming back was I wouldn't say it was stressful, but it was a long day.
Yeah.
I had to take a car to the train, to the airport, to another airport. Like it was a whole day of traveling.
Yeah.
But like still, I was like,
Fuck it.
whatever. I had a great day. So anyway, it was absolutely amazing. The ocean is amazing.
I think I need more of that, because usually when I travel, it's for either work, it's to like see friends, and like I have a fairly low level or mid level anxiety all the time. Because I'm always like, I always got to be on, right? Like when I'm traveling, when I'm hanging out with people, you always got to be on all the time. I need to take a vacation where I go somewhere where I don't know fucking anybody and just don't do anything.
That's
like Josh McEachern's going to drop off the face of the earth one of these days for like 2 years and then come back and then be great.
2 years, okay, that's different. But I would say just a week, man. Take a fucking week and go to, like I was talking to one of our bandmates, Daniela, who also went on vacation recently to like Mexico, to the beach in Mexico or whatever. And I just saw her the other day. We were talking and she had almost the same exact experience. She was like, I can't tell you how much better I feel that I spent like a week just sitting on the ocean. Like,
Yeah.
And she was in a different place, but she was on the Pacific side.
That's a real thing.
And it's just like, man. Like, so I brought all my stuff. Like, I brought my computer. I was going to do work. I was going to send in bits to you. I was going to do a whole fucking the second day I got... Well, let me just finish, and I'll say, the second day I got there, I'm like, fuck it. I ain't doing shit.
Like, as soon as you left, like we had all these ideas, and I'm like,
remember I came in, I borrowed the fucking...
You had great ideas. You had great ideas, and I'm sitting there, I'm like you walked out the door... and then like I wasn't gonna see you till you got back. I'm like, he's not gonna do anything. Like, there's no fucking way.
I did nothing. There was a
Why do you think? Like, I made plans. I was already making plans before you left. I'm like, I just need someone to bounce stuff off of in a one man show, because I know you're not gonna. I knew I wasn't.
That's kind of what it is anyway. To be quite honest. Yeah, when I'm here, that's what you do anyway.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? But someone's gotta get the clips together.
Yeah, we all have our jobs, right? Do your job, right? No, we were
play your fucking position. You're the goalie of the podcast, Fusco. Play your position.
Exactly. So we were sitting at what's called the Solarium Bar on like day 5 or something. This is the bar at the front of the ship, and this is where like Andrew Douglas and I would get mudslides all goddamn day. We just got into this mudslide.
Is that a euphemism for something?
No. It would be funny if it was, but we literally were ordering mudslides. So
a mudslide is where they put the anal beads in, and then you take a shot and they just
pull them out. Yeah. So we're sitting there, and Rob Matheson is telling the funniest goddamn stories. He's got 1 million of them, right? And I'm thinking, I should go down and get my microphone because I didn't have it on me. I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't want to do anything.
That's okay.
This is great.
Okay. So before we get, because that's our topic. Our topic is going to be your adventures and misadventures on the Piper's Dojo cruise.
Wait a minute, misadventures.
But before we do that, just getting through the last news and updates. The stream is returning soon. Thank you for your patience, everyone. My laptop died. It's been experiencing difficulties for a while. It was an old laptop. It was rode hard, put away wet, and
okay?
Yeah, kind of. Dude, the sheer amount of German Scheisse porn that thing has had to download. The fact that it works at all was amazing. But I'm back up. I have a new old machine because I refuse to buy new stuff because I'm cheap. And the stream will return. I'm excited. You should be excited. We have some new ideas for the stream, and we're always looking for listener ideas. The other thing I want to talk about was we briefly touched on in last episode kind of St. Patty's plans, but all we really talked about was the Havasu boys.
Yeah.
I feel like before we go into St. Patrick's Day, we have to give some airtime to the fucking nightmare that your life has been trying to plan St. Patrick's Day here in Vegas.
You know, my strategy this past Tuesday.
I did. Yeah. So Fusco, would you be willing to talk to us?
How quickly did people turn off when I was like, all right, here, help me figure this out?
Yep. So Fusco, where do you want to begin this tale? Let's get a. I want to get a glimpse. I want to get a glimpse into the mind of Fusco on St. Patrick's Day because I took the easy way out. We had a gig, and don't get me wrong, like it's gonna be
work.
It's gonna be work
and travel sucks,
and travel, and I'm taking one for the team to an extent, but I have so much less work to do just knowing I'm going to be in the same place playing for 3 days.
Mm-hmm. Exactly correct.
So where did this process start for you?
So
take us on a journey.
So I actually I spoke to Cahill today. He gave me a call, and I was telling him, he's like, "Why aren't you going to Havasu with us?" I'm like, "All right, because I'm in charge of this fucking motley crew, and I thought the easier job would be going to Havasu. So I'm going to send Josh, because the hard job is fucking dealing with this nonsense in Vegas." He's like, I guess that makes sense. But I'm like, you guys are going to have a great time. You're going to have to do shit.
I'm stoked.
You're going to be standing there for 12 hours, but you're not going to be doing anything, right?
Nah.
So anyway, so this has started months ago, maybe.
This is in some of our internal conversations, people are like, oh man, like the guys doing this Havasu gig. They're the real heroes. They're the ones taking one for the team. I'm sitting there, I'm like this is I'm stoked. I'm stoked on this job.
You're going to be in one place for 3 days, 2 days,
and they're like, oh, well, you have to drive like 2.5 hours to get there. I'm like, I drive for 2.5 hours
if you're here
on St. Patrick's Day.
I'm going to be driving way more than 2.5 hours.
I'm going to drive on Saturday morning super early from here to there, park my shit, and I'm going to walk for the rest of the fucking weekend.
Correct.
Like, it's going to be dope.
It's going to be killer. I'm sure it's going to be killer. So anyway, a couple months ago, this has started. People, just like typical, people start calling and you start planning gigs and blah, blah, blah. So the Havasu was actually...
You have no drums. They give the gig to someone else.
Correct. There was that, yes. So, but the Havasu guy was the first guy to call. He called months and months ago. And it was so early, I didn't even know what to tell him. I was like, yeah, okay, we'll do it. But I mean, I don't even know what to tell you yet. But, okay, so there was that. Then... there was what you just talked about. So our usual gig, which is at the New York Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada, Tropicana and Las Vegas Boulevard.
the contact's name and social security number is.
If you'd like to send a letter of disagreement, I would appreciate it. So anyway, we've been playing that gig for 15 years. We've been playing for St. Patrick's Day.
As long as I can remember,
Patrick's Day, their opening parade at the New York for 15 years probably. As everybody well knows on this show, we have a drum corps issue, right? We have no drums, essentially. Or we have like people that will fill in.
We don't have no drums, essentially. We have no fucking drums. Yeah.
So
like we own drums.
We own them.
We don't have drummers, I suppose.
Correct. We got a full line.
If we're gonna get technical.
Listen, anybody wants to play with really nice drums, we got 7 or 8 snares,
dude,
3 tenors, and
anybody
nice bass.
in the future that wants to play St. Patrick's Day on some dope drums and make a little
cool
cash.
Ass town.
Yeah. Like, I want to go to Vegas and fucking rock out on St. Patrick's Day. Pipe major at LasVegasPipeBand.org.
There you go. Perfect. So anyway, this gig we've been doing forever. I had to warn them. I was like, listen, this year we're kind of struggling. We had a down year. We lost a bunch of drummers. We don't have any drums, but we can do it with pipes. It's, whatever. So they said, well, let me think about it. And they got back to us and said, we're going to go with the other band in town. I'm like, you motherfuckers. I was so pissed. So they went with our enemies, the Emerald Society.
Is that our enemy?
Oh, it's my enemy.
Is that your enemy?
For sure. I don't know about you, but
they don't register at a level high enough to be considered an enemy to me.
That's true. They're more like a flea or a gnat, I suppose. They're there. They're there. They remind you they're there every once in a while by playing poorly.
Like I like them well enough. If I don't have to listen to them, I like them very much as people.
Some of the people I like.
Yeah.
There's decent guys in that group.
But and it's so funny because we did go into this a little bit. I went into this in a conversation. Well, yeah, a million times. It's not in the episode. It's not in episode 58, but
because that's not out yet.
It's not out yet, and I just know it's not in there. But Bill and I talked a little bit about the service band thing outside of that episode, and like all the shit of like him talking to them and be like, you guys know that Josh and Andy would help you if you wanted, like if you asked, they'd probably help you. They're more concerned with the fact that they don't want bagpipers to sound like shit than like any other small ego things.
Right.
Like, don't get me wrong, I have very few small ego things. I have mostly large ego things.
For sure. Yeah. And apparently I do too. It's just not as obvious as yours.
But it's like, yeah, it's like, dude, you can think I'm an asshole as long as you like give me 5 minutes to show you how to calibrate your drones.
That's all it takes, man. Yeah. It just takes a little bit of maintenance.
Make your life easier. Make my ears' lives better.
For sure. I can't wait to hear that episode where Bill talks about service bands.
Not a lot. Not a lot,
but that's okay. That's cool. He's got to play political, so that's fair. But so anyway,
so we lost a gig.
We did. And that really upset me. But we've had plenty to replace it since then.
Well, our biggest problem is the lack of personnel.
We do. We have lack of personnel this year. We got a reasonable amount of pipers. We're still hurting though. We could have taken more. I just stopped taking it. Well, I mean, I couldn't
take it anymore.
No. What I mean is,
we're not gonna take it.
What I mean is, we had offers, and I was like, I've got no more people to put anywhere.
Yeah.
So there's that, and I'm sure there's a little bit of joy in out there of some of my enemies who are like, oh, look, we got this gig, blah, blah, blah. They took it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, don't worry, brother.
That's all right. Back. We'll see you on Pipe Band Fail of the Week next week.
Yes, we will. We're coming back. Don't you worry about it. So there's that. Anyway, so we got 1 million gigs at this point, and they're a bunch of little things, right?
Which is the worst way. That's the hardest thing.
This is where the economy has come, though. And this is what I was discussing with Cahill and why it's such an issue. Remember the good old days of McFadden's when we'd spend essentially they'd hire the entire band to be in one place for the entire
fucking
day, weekend, whatever it is. Now nobody does that anymore. Corporations aren't spending that kind of money, blah, blah, whatever it is.
Fucking agents, dude.
Yeah, the fucking Vegas, man. Let me tell you.
Fucking agents.
The agents. So now we got to send 2 people here, 2 people there, and we're running all over goddamn town. Now we're doing every stupid thing.
Also, don't book 2s. One or 3. One or 3.
Why is 2 a problem?
Because two people is just going to be like it's going to be constantly searching to blow at the same plate, like the same
depends on who
tone,
it is,
right? Like you and I on a good day can blow at the same tone.
Right.
After 5 whiskeys, I'm chasing
5 whiskeys and 17 gigs. We ain't doing nothing the same.
Like it's 1 or 3. Yeah. You fucking. More, it's like the Fibonacci sequence. It's the Fusco-Nachi sequence of Irish St. Patrick's Day. You get 1 piper or you get 3 pipers.
Never 2.
Never 2.
Man, let me tell you, I am so dreading this weekend. Just it's not the playing; it's the planning. Okay, it's the videos that are ultimately going to come in eventually when people are like, oh, look, here,
and I will, and like this is going to come across as me shit talking my own band, which is a little, but. I will say I am still very happy with the progress lately.
Oh,
even though I think that because of the length of playing and the situation and the amount of crowd, I think that there's going to be a lot of pipe band fails.
Oh, big time.
I will say I am very happy with the last couple of practices and kind of where it's going.
Oh, there's been remarkable progress in the last month or so. Yeah, for sure. We'll see, I guess. Yeah. We did this little experiment the other night, right? Where I just posted it today.
I saw that. That was really good.
But it's, we did the pretending, what do you call it? Pipe band obstacle course?
Yeah, the pipe band obstacle course. So describe the inception of this, and then I can describe some of the reality of it.
Okay, so the concept was, let's put an obstacle course together. And I used pipers in the band and just had one person, because again we're going to be in groups of 1, 2, or 3 for the most part, 2 or 3.
Also,
so I had 2 people going at the same time.
Never has been more obvious to me that no one in our band has ever done any kind of relay activity. None. Because it was like pulling teeth to get people to like, now you go from the back to the front and everyone move back.
Completely could not figure it out. Not figure it out.
Like, what did you do in PE? Like what happened when you were a kid?
American high school where they made you do things in rounds?
Like you didn't do any kind of relay activity whatsoever?
So the concept was we lined everybody up about 3 feet apart in a straight line, more or less. And Josh would play and somebody would have to follow him through this obstacle course of people and around chairs and this and that, whatever. And then when they got back to this to start, if you will.
And this was with
the
me
next person would start up without having to look.
Yep.
They just had to like
had to
play
start.
what they could hear without seeing you.
because I was behind him.
And the other person would cut out, and then they would follow you, and then the whole line would rotate around. Right?
Yep.
So it it
The
was really
success
funny.
stories were not what I expected. The people that did it very well
People that did well were not the ones I
were
thought would do it.
not what I expected to do it very well.
And it was actually the opposite. People that usually do it very well
Yeah.
when we're just standing in a circle. So it was just a fun experiment to like be prepared to follow somebody that you can't hear, and when something goes wrong, how quickly can you get
How
back
can
in?
you react? And also, I have no idea why people thought I wasn't going to intentionally try to fuck them.
I don't know either.
Because like I had people was like, oh, like you led the tall guy through a door where he had to duck, and like you led one of the wider guys through a narrow row of chairs. I'm like, yeah, like
Guess what you're gonna have to do?
like you're gonna have to do all the like I'm gonna pick the thing that's gonna make you fuck up. Like I'm an agent of chaos here. I am St. Patrick's Day chaos incarnate. I am here to fuck you up. So you just assume that I'm gonna sniff out your weakness in this exercise, and I'm gonna exploit it.
Yep.
I had one person where like they were kind of doing okay, except for when we turned, and I went like partway through the course,
Just did
and then
circles.
just rotated around the same person like 3 times. I'm like, this will fuck you up eventually.
Obviously, turns are a problem for you, so we're gonna go around in circles here.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to fuck you up here.
yeah. And I would say it was better than last year, because last year was a complete and utter disaster.
Still, yeah.
We didn't do this last year,
Dude,
but I mean, at
the fact that people are marching and playing and going to high A at the right time and eventually getting back in is a huge improvement.
huge difference from last year. Yeah, for
Anybody that wants to go back and listen to episode whatever was in March,
sure. Probably 12ish or something.
yeah, like and hear us bitch about last year, like it's definitely come a long way.
Yeah, it really has. You got to give them credit where credit's due. Like things have gotten better.
It's a slow improvement, but it's noticeable.
Slow drag,
It's
but
a noticeable
we are.
improvement. And then like the big thing for me that I appreciate is when I ask people like what went wrong there, and they're like, I didn't do this or this and this. I'm like, okay, so at least you know
now
you know the process.
they're recognizing
you
what's
recognize what you can work on, which is a big part of the battle.
Yep. So that was interesting.
Instead of them just being like, what are you talking about? I nailed it. Like, fuck me.
The one thing we didn't do, and I thought about it afterwards, was we didn't simulate people like pouring beer on you or spilling on you or just drunken idiots. We just had an obstacle course.
See, that's the thing for me is all the people that were in the line that were part of the obstacle course were way too nice.
Yes, they just stood there. They didn't do anything.
Like if you had someone else leading people through and I was standing in that line, as soon as they came by me, I'd be like, boom, just push them.
Push them. or like grab their like kill,
like lift
grab
their
their
belt
leg or
up,
something.
like stick my fucking finger in their ear, like
just stupid stuff. I would have messed with people too. I was filming, so I didn't do any of that. But
see?
so anyway, St. Patrick's Day prep. These are the things you could do. Maybe
Yeah, the
to help
Pipe Band
your
obstacle course. We should maybe post that link because that was a cool little bit. Put it in the episode.
Oh
description
yes.
or
Oh
something,
yeah, I can do that. Yeah, sure. So
Also, if you aren't already, follow the band that shall not be named on Instagram, dude. You can see cool stuff.
yeah, and other places like YouTube.
Yeah. More YouTubes.
Watch where we put famous pipers under a bus.
So, Fusco, you're going to be here in Vegas.
I am.
I'm going to be with the Havasu boys and eventually Havasu girl. Any tips? Given the crew that you know that I'm wrangling. So I've got Banjo Breakdown Cahill.
Yep.
I've got Jeremy the Gun Show Tyree.
Yep.
And I've got Bill Big Dick Caswell.
Okay, so this is my analysis. Cahill will probably be fine. He does get nervous, but I think in like a relaxed setting like this, a non-competition setting,
Yeah.
I think he'll be fine. He might not play as much as you want him to. He might just sort of like try to stand quietly in the back, but so you might have to like.
Oh, he's going to try to shirk work.
You're gonna have to edge him on, like,
Yeah.
no, Cahill, it's your turn. Make sure you're up here.
Yeah, he's gonna try to get out of working because he's a fireman,
Right.
and that's their modus operandi is how do I do the least amount of possible.
Yeah, and he's been high up in the fire department for a while now, so he doesn't.
He got there. He got there for a reason.
Jeremy will probably get nervous, I bet, and he'll play too fast.
You
So
think
you're gonna have to
J-Dog?
control him.
You think
Yes.
J-Dog's gonna get some
I
nerves?
think so. He gets excited, anxious. You can call it nervous. You can call it excited. You can call
He's
it
been
anxious.
playing super well lately, though.
He plays too fast, generally speaking.
Generally speaking.
Yeah, and he plays very round when he gets playing too fast. So you're gonna have to wrangle him in, like like really focus on me. You let him do his own thing.
I just think that one of these days he's going to squeeze that bagpipe so hard it explodes because he has muscles the thickness of my head.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. I don't know how he hasn't blown up many a bag.
Maybe he has. Maybe we just don't know. He's blown out his ball bag.
So yeah, you're gonna have to watch for his tempo.
Okay,
And then Bill, I don't know enough about. Like, I think Bill's pretty solid under pressure.
Bill's gonna blend, man.
I think he'll just blend, and he'll probably make mistakes. He's the rawest of everybody, I think.
And he's. I don't know if he's timeline the newest, but I think he is the newest as far as like amount of instruction. And he's taking. I found out he's taking Skype lessons.
Oh, he's had lots of instruction. I would say he has had the least pipe band experience.
More of like the
he's had lots of solo instruction over the years. Yeah,
that's good.
But it's like experience versus it's a big difference. Like,
dude,
having to follow somebody in March and
play
the same tune.
It's one thing playing in front of your computer to someone somewhere else. It's another thing like being in front of 500 drunk co-eds.
Right. Hopefully.
God, I hope.
You hope that the entire Valley of Vegas exits and heads to Havasu.
It's not even that. It's a tail end of spring break.
Is it?
In Lake Havasu. Spring break ends this weekend.
Oh,
and Lake Havasu is a spring break destination.
God, it is. I know. God damn it. Why didn't I think this through?
So
I should have let you manage the Vegas.
You know what the funniest thing about this whole thing is? Originally, I offered.
You did, I know.
Because I wasn't sure if I could do it with work and things like that. I was like, fuck, it's like work. It's close to the games. There's the Celtic Society volunteers with the festival and all that stuff, and I need to kind of switch hit there. Mm-hmm. And you're like, no, I think that you're the only person I can send to do this, and I got to stay here. And I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. I jumped on that shit.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, you did offer. I will give you that. You're like,
I offered to run the shit show.
You sure you don't want to go to Havasu and like manage that? And I'm like, it's gonna be harder for me to do it here, so you might as well go. And now I'm dreading the fact that I gotta manage this.
I'm so excited.
By the way, should we talk about the bet we made on Tuesday?
Yes,
let's talk about that. So, as we've said, I do this every year to myself. I always book one more gig than I have people for. Always. It's like the nature of the beast. And
who's going to run across the street in traffic on the strip for you now? Because I won't be there.
You won't be there, right? So
that was the sketchiest fucking shit ever.
A part of our scheduling is Angel is included in our schedules. So as of Tuesday, I haven't heard from Angel in months. Right? And I'm like, so Josh and we're having a big meeting about St. Patrick's Day plans, and I'm like, I'm just praying Angel shows. Because he said he was going to be there. He asked for the day off, all that.
No fucking way.
When I talked to him last, Josh is like, he pulls out his wallet and he like slams a $1 bill on the table and he's like, gentleman's bet. Who wants to bet me that Angel doesn't show?
Yep. Yeah, so that's a pretty common thing. I don't know if it's common like everywhere, but in my like growing up for me and like in my circle of friends, we have what's called a gentleman's wager, where you put $1 down and then you walk away with $2. You know?
Yeah.
It's not like actual gambling because it's so small. It's more about being right than it is about making money.
And it's about the joy of taking that $1 from your friend or whatever. Yeah.
It's more about being right than anything else.
So who took you up on this bet?
Oh my God! So you took me up.
I did.
And then who was the second? Was it Claire?
I don't know. Did somebody second?
I think Claire seconded.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
but I chose to bet on Angel.
You chose to bet on it. Which,
you know why? I always bet on black.
That was such a build-up. Such a build-up for that joke. Bravo. Bravo.
Well, we might as well drink for that.
Yeah, might as well. That was a good one. I missed you, buddy. I missed you.
Did fucking Bill have jokes like that? No.
He had some good ones.
Did he? Okay. I can't wait to hear the shit talking you guys did about me.
You know, when we recorded the show, I thought that we got a lot more shit talking in, but as I was editing it 5 minutes before you got here, not as much as I thought.
It does fly by, but
I feel like we missed an opportunity there, but there'll be another chance.
So guess who I talked to this morning?
Who's that?
On the phone. Angel.
Really? And he's going to be there.
Now, it doesn't mean I've won yet.
You have not won.
Shown up yet.
You have not won.
But he's sick. He says he's got like a lung. I don't know what the fuck he's got. He said he's sick.
Set it up.
He's setting it up. But he said, no, I'll be there. I'm off Sunday. I'll be there. I'm like, oh,
You've
I'm
not
counting.
won.
And I played it real nice. I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. I know you're struggling. You know, I said, Johnny Mac wants you to be, because he loves Johnny Mac. Like,
that's a
Johnny
great
Mac
gig for him.
wants you to go. He's like, he asked for you specifically. He didn't, but I said that. So
He knows that wasn't the case.
Oh, I don't know. You never know with
He's
Angel,
not going to buy it. Angel's a smart dude.
He is smart. I'll give him
Dude,
that.
yeah, you have not won yet, sir.
I have not won yet, but I'm just saying he called me back. He actually answered the phone.
Uh-huh.
So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. If he doesn't show, I'm completely fucked. Like, I'm gonna have to cancel shit.
Dude.
I'm not gonna be able to show up to stuff.
You might as well go buy some markers.
I'm already fucked because I'm one guy short of everything I need to get.
You're gonna have to go buy some markers because when he doesn't show, you'll have to color me surprised.
I look at it this way: Las Vegas Pipe Band is like an airline. We overbook, so when people don't show,
So when people don't show.
when somebody cancels, or something happens.
Band that shall not be named.
Oh, sorry, that's what I meant.
Voldemort.
Yeah. I'll edit that later.
Oh, fucking.
So here's to St. Patrick's Day and all the nonsense. I'm sure there's lots of great stories of nonsense that people have to deal with. I'd actually like to hear from some pipe majors out there and commiserate with me about how fucking difficult and how much I hate doing this.
We say at the beginning of the episode, but emails and voicemails, if you say in there that you want it to be anonymous, we will read it anonymously. Mm-hmm. Like, where are the rest of the pipe majors and sergeants and people that are like trying to organize this shit? And what do you go through? Or have you figured it out? Have you just figured out the best way to do it? And why not share that?
I think other places have better situations. I
think other places just have less gigs.
Maybe that's true too. How do they survive a year though without like making $1 million? Well, not $1 million, but like a shit ton of money on St. Patrick's Day.
Dude, like when we talk, we talk to people that are close to us in our kind of Southwestern network, and they don't book the kind of shit we book. As far as
maybe they don't try to put on the kind of shit we do either. They're just scraping by. You know, maybe.
Yeah.
We put on this concert. We got fucking Jack Lee for 17 times a year.
Well,
you know
yeah,
what I mean? Like, that's very expensive.
Anything worth doing is worth overdoing.
Right. And that's what we do.
This podcast is a perfect example of that.
A good example of that, yeah.
Okay.
One more thing real quick is I was talking to Cahill this morning, and he is the pipe major of the Arizona Fire Service Pipe Band and District or whatever.
You may know them from the McCain bagpiping debacle.
Yeah.
That I will never let him live down.
That piper is one of Cahill's guys. So anyway, he was like, you know what, dude, because I was talking about the trip and shit. He's like, you know what? Fuck it, dude. Next year, St. Patrick's Day, I'm taking my wife on vacation. I ain't going to be here for this shit. Fuck it. He's so fed up with St. Patrick's Day and like the planning and all nonsense that goes into it. He's like,
dude, I'm
taking my wife on vacation.
He could come here. She could sit in a fucking spa all weekend, and he could make money and not have to plan shit. Just show up, play, have a good time.
I don't think he even cares anymore. He's so fed up.
Well, also, he's a firefighter. He makes more money than both of us put together.
Well, oh my God, yes. So anyway,
and only has to work 30 days a year.
Fucking! I mean, how many fires are there in Surprise, Arizona? It's not even Phoenix.
There's nothing to burn.
Yeah, it's all
dirt
dead
and rocks.
Yeah, it's all dead trees.
The cacti are protected. You can't even touch those.
I suppose he's got there's probably a lot of old people he's got to like resuscitate or shit. I don't know. What do they do?
I love the fact that like he's based in Surprise, Arizona. That's like every time I see like a WSPA band results and it's like first, second, third, and it's like, well, who got first? Like, Surprise, Arizona.
Wow, what a joke.
This is why they pay me the Patreon bucks.
Yeah,
so Fusco,
yes,
we got to move smartly forward. Do you want to do fail of the week and win of the week before or after our commercial break? I say commercial break.
Let's do a commercial break and then we'll come back and I got one personal message and then we'll go into the rest of the stuff we got to do.
All right, let's do it. Here's a message from the sponsors, patrons, commercials, whatever you have left in your armory of weird clips and songs that we've done.
I've used them all. We got to keep making them.
Supporting the Chain Rant Podcast. So, let's give a quick airtime for our sponsors. Oh, yes. The Chanter Rant patrons, thank you for supporting the world's worst bagpiping podcast. We have plenty of time to read your names, so thanks, Barbara and Ben and Beth and Bill and Brad and Brian and Camille and Courtney and Dion and Ewan, Fiona, Gareth, Ian, Jason, JD, John, Jonathan, Kelly, Kevin, Killian, Leon, Mary, Mike, Ray, Robert, Ted, The Big Rab Show, Tim, Wild Bill, Will, Ingrid, Nama, and Zach.
Just want to point out that Ewan's the new one. I don't know why, but fuck it.
He's the new one. Thank you for supporting the Chanterand podcast. Now go enjoy the rest of the show. And we are back. Thank you to everyone who supports the show by buying merch on Chanterant.com or by being a patron.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/Chanterant, motherfucker. $5 a month. Don't be a cheap little bitch.
And get your Cahill's Corner shirt. I mean, it's not going to last past St. Patrick's Day. You got a couple more days.
Yeah, they're gone. They're gone after St. Patrick's Day, guys. I apologize. But we'll maybe launch another shirt in August.
Listen, everybody loves Cahill. Show support for Cahill by buying a shirt.
Did you see Bill had posted a picture wearing it? I didn't know it looked really good in person.
It's a really good shirt. Yeah. I need to get one myself. I haven't done it myself either.
Yeah, we gotta.
I need to have one of every shirt we have.
I refuse to wear Cahill's Corner shirt. That just goes against my code because it's not black. 1 and 2. It's Cahill. I would wear one if I got the original design that had his face on it.
His face. I know. You wouldn't let that happen. But this one's...
Maybe I'll order myself a one-off that's just that design. and then I'll immediately pull it.
Yeah. That'll piss him off. That'll be great.
Then I'll just wear it around.
Wear it... Oh, wait. There's
no way
no
in
chance
hell.
I'll hit it by this weekend.
you mean by tomorrow?
By the way, can we talk about how you did not come through on the Chanterant onesie that I was supposed to wear? So, everybody was asking me on the cruise about this.
So can I give some context to that?
Absolutely.
Don't be wrong. I totally take my lumps here. Yeah. But so I went to go make the onesie swimsuit for you and get it ordered. I originally in my mind I thought I could get the onesie spandex suit in red with the Chanterant logo on it, make it look like a big dumb candy cane. It would only come in white. Okay. The smallest size they had the largest size they had was a medium ladies. Okay. So at this point, you look like a fucking white fish stuffed into a tube sock.
Okay.
And so I'm like sitting there. I was like, but we might be able to make it work. Like,
couldn't you get a banana hammock or something?
I was like, well, we might be able to make it work. Like, he'll fit into it enough to do a bit. Like, we'll make something out of it. So then I go to I do the artwork. I put it on the thing. Like, I add it into the production order, all that stuff. And it's like, okay, the swimsuit's different than the shirts and everything else. It's like 5 weeks to get it. Oh. And I was like, fuck. So the production time I did not anticipate, because usually we can put something in, order it almost the next day.
Right.
So yeah. So then I went to normal 1 day stuff where it's customing shit like that. They don't do swimsuits. I will say this: they did add our supplier added bikini tops and bottoms.
Mm-hmm. I saw this. Yeah.
So we can potentially do a bikini top and bottom, but I think we have to do white there too. I don't think they have black, which sucks.
Really? They don't have red either?
No. Well, I think that's all we ever want is black or red, and I think we can get white.
White and red would work. If it was white total and the red
logo, yeah. But it's just one of those things where I was bummed out. Trust me, no one was more upset about this than me, because
as soon as I arrived, literally the first day, we're sitting in the fucking Airbnb. Andrew Douglas says to me, he says something about, I can't wait to see you in the swimsuit.
Yeah.
We're going to do this Chanterant swimsuit bit. I'm like,
dude, let me tell you.
I never told him I didn't have it.
Let me tell you how far this got. This got to the point where I have local printers that I use for merch for the games or for my work and stuff like that I reached out to. And I was like, what would it take for you to get me if I go buy something at the store and bring it to you, can you screen print on it? And it couldn't get it done.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. I was like, if I go buy a one-piece swimsuit at Big Five Sporting Goods or some shit and bring it to your shop today, can you screen print a logo on it for me?
Couldn't get done, huh?
Couldn't get done.
Well, when you came up with the idea, if you had started the process then, maybe we could.
If I'd started the process in like February, whenever we talked about it, yeah, I could have made it happen. So I apologize. But Dojo U Cruise 2020, baby,
it's happening.
I will find someone to make this thing. If I have to order a blank swimsuit and then send it to some old lady to embroider the logo onto, yeah,
Just make it
I'll make it happen.
All right, so
Trust me, yeah. Nobody was more disappointed than I because I wanted to see those pictures and I wanted to cry laughing.
So speaking of the cruise, let me just give a shout out to somebody. So while I was on the cruise, one of our friends that was on the cruise asked me if I had any merch to like give to a friend of hers who loves the show. He wasn't there, but
yeah.
So she's like, "Do you have anything for this blah blah blah?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think I got some stickers. Yeah, sure." So to Kevin, I don't know which Kevin you are because she's got 3 Kevin friends, and I have no idea who it is. But Kevin, Josh and I say, "What up, dude?" And
yeah, man.
I sent him a sticker. I signed it, and I said,
"Cheers.
Thanks for being one of the 6." And he's as happy as a pig in shit.
Cheers, Kevin.
Yeah. So it's either Kevin McLeod, Kevin Chase, or Kevin McDonald. I have no idea which one of these 3
We got
friends of hers
a
it
lot
is.
of fucking Kevins.
But they're all Scottish names, so who gives a fuck? So Kevin, thanks for loving the show, and
yeah, thanks for
I hope
listening,
you enjoy
man.
your sticker. And put it on someplace cool and take a picture of it, and then we'll send you another sticker.
We did get a couple. We did get a couple sticker pictures recently. We had someone put it on their toolbox.
Yep.
Yeah, we got some cool stuff.
Yeah, so send us a picture of your sticker on something cool, and we'll send you another sticker. Unless
Sticker 2.0.
I do want to say one other thing before we move on.
Oh, what are these?
So, have you seen Josh?
I'm
You're
worried.
a Facebook guy or whatever, right?
I'm not a Facebook guy, but
Well,
keep going.
whatever, social media guy, right?
I do work. I do dabble.
Have you seen the memes that have been bouncing around lately about how, like, it's kids in college and high school should be taught, instead of learning the Pythagorean theorem, they should be learning how to write a check in a checkbook and get a mortgage and blah blah blah. Right? Have you seen this?
Technically, they should learn both, but yes,
Right.
I'm just now, and I'm almost 30, and I am now encountering volunteers and interns professionally that are younger that don't know how to do mail. Like, don't know the difference between like the cost of stamps, don't know that things that weigh heavier can't use a normal letter stamp. When I say a number 10 envelope, they don't know what that means. Yeah, so I'm encountering that now, which makes me feel old, motherfucker.
That's so interesting that you say that.
Oh, what did I do? Did I not stamp it right?
So, what happened before I left for the cruise?
Oh, you got
was
returned mail?
I brought a bunch of envelopes for Josh to sign stickers and send them out to people who do iTunes reviews. And when I came back, I have these returned envelopes.
Oh, God, what happened to these ones?
So maybe we should teach millennials how to mail.
We're going to teach me how to mail.
How to mail shit. It's so funny that you said that you had this problem.
Dude, I mail shit every day at work. What happened?
So apparently, Josh did not realize that when you send something to Cookstown, Northern Ireland,
I didn't even...
can't use a USA fucking stamp,
Dude,
dope.
I literally thought they were all local.
Canada, you can't use a USA stamp. You got to bring it to the fucking post office, dope.
Dude, I literally thought they were all in America.
No, I would have assumed you would have looked at it at least a little bit.
No, I stamped it. I forever stamped it. I was like, yeah, they're probably in like Indiana or some shit.
No, dude, we had 2 of them. We had Scott Cunningham in Northern Ireland and Jason McLeod. We're sorry. Your stickers are in my hand because Josh doesn't know how to use the goddamn post office.
That is so funny. I didn't know we had international mailing we were doing.
Dude, we got international people writing reviews for us, and
I
you're
had no
sending them
idea.
USA Forever
Yeah.
stamps.
So
it came back to me. Fortunately, I took the time to write a return address because normally I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even bother.
yeah, that's so fucking funny. I had no idea we had anyone from the overseas crowd.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah,
I
no,
love
that won't work.
I did not expect you to actually say
To dig my own grave?
dig your own grave.
No, but that's perfect.
Oh, that's so fucking funny.
Oh my God,
So,
that's fucking hilarious.
Sorry, guys. It's coming. I'm going to make Josh fix this.
Yeah, I'll fix it. This is you know what this is though? This is a classic crime of not reading.
Exactly. Josh just like assumed. Like, listen, I went through a lot of work. I got it all
You guys
prepped.
have to keep
all
in
you had
mind.
to do was look at it.
You
and,
guys
like,
have to keep in mind,
bring
I'm
it to
a
the post office.
I'm a very typical American in the sense that I just assume that everywhere is America.
Correct. It's correct. You're like that guy that everybody hates.
It's like, what do you mean? My stamps aren't good in your stupid fucking country?
Dude, it's so funny that you fucked that up to me. It's just
That's fantastic.
It cracked me up.
Were there other? Okay, so how many of those were out of the country? Because you might get some.
I might get more, but I think it was just these two. Because we sent, 7 or 8 or something.
Granted,
like
there's something poetic about the fact that it was a USA Forever stamp.
it's fucking hysterical. I don't even know how you fix this. Do you bring it back and they add postage and then resend it?
You put a stamp over it. Yeah, you can add an international stamp over it.
It's so funny. This guy right here, Scott Cunningham, is a big fan of the band. Like when we were in Ireland, he came over to the house.
Yeah.
He lives in Cookstown.
Yeah.
And he came over and bought a hat. He bought
Dude, we hung out.
Vegas shit.
We hung out. We hung out with Scott. Oh my god, that's fucking
so funny.
That is great.
So, in case you're unaware, Josh is a millennial and doesn't know how to use the fucking post office.
Apparently not internationally. Yeah.
So anyway, I thought that was funny.
No, I didn't even read it. I just assumed they were all. I assumed they were all stateside. This is what happens when you don't read, kids.
Yes. Do your homework.
Yeah. It's not even that. Just read the thing. I was like, fucking stamp, done. Get out of here. I got shit to do.
So, should we get to the fail of the week and the win of
Let's
the
do
week?
let's do the fail of the week and the win of the week. Do you have them queued up? Wait, that wasn't the fail of the week?
It should be. Now that I think about it, but
We have a fail that is worse than that, or
we do.
Okay.
Believe it or not, it's way
Jesus
worse.
Christ.
So we got to let this run a little bit. It's a little bit long-ish, but
That's
it
what
takes
I
a while
tell-
to get going. Let's say that.
That's what I tell all the ladies. It's a little bit longish,
So this
and
was
it takes a while to get going.
this was submitted by a listener. Thank you for listeners for continually submitting fails.
Yeah.
Because there's so many out there.
Nobody submits wins. You ever notice that?
No,
People just send us
we
fails.
got to go find them. Like, the win is always us going to find something
people
positive.
submit us fails because they're like, oh yeah, these assholes will love this. It's like, we like wins too, guys. Like, fuck.
Yeah, I like to listen to.
I will
good piping.
I will say this. I mentioned on a prior episode, it might be the one that hasn't gone out yet,
Probably.
but I mentioned that someone sent us a picture of their first place score sheet with a yellow flash on it.
Yes.
Which I didn't put under the win, but that should be a win. I'm retroactively promoting that to a win.
I'll let you handle that, but I did see it, but I completely have lost where any of that went. So
Dude, it's been anarchy.
it was like 2 weeks. Yeah, like me gone is anarchy when Josh is on his own.
Dude, there's a lot of things like I can get all the technical shit set up pretty well usually, but then it's like I rely heavily sometimes to be like, I'll call Fusco on a Friday night, like as I'm driving home from work and we're going to do the show. I'm like, do we get any fucking emails? Like, I don't even know.
Well, this week has been particularly odd because neither of us had a clue.
Yeah.
But usually I'm on the ball. Like
Yeah.
I know I have it prepared, ready to go. So anyway,
Hey, what are you going to do? It's the world's worst bagpiping
Yeah, it's-
podcast for a reason.
obviously
Yeah.
we're not the BBC of podcasts.
No, we're not. We're no Grace No Vortex.
All right, so should we do the fail? You guys are gonna love this one.
Yeah, let's see the fail.
This one goes out to all my service band buddies.
Fuck.
A lot of uncalibrated channers here.
What are they playing? I don't know.
Oh my god, it just hit me.
The drums are great.
They got a cymbal.
Well, it's not. It can't be pipe band drums.
No, he's got a cymbal sitting next to him. The visual is key.
Are they drumming? Are they drumming pipe band style? Or?
Yeah. Except he's got a cymbal next to him.
Jesus.
So
The drums were pretty tight.
I wouldn't say that.
The pipes were pretty.
We need a professional drummer on our show, so
The pipes
we
are
can shit on them.
super loose butthole.
Listen, anytime a pipe band section has a cymbal, you know something's going
Something's
wrong.
not good.
Something's off.
Yeah.
So there's this one dude who's counting shit off apparently in a very weird way, but then he's wailing on a cymbal. Problem number one, right? And then we got did you recognize what they did in the beginning? It took me a second.
I did not. No, and like here's the thing for me. Before this clip started, before they started playing, before any of this happened, one of these guys was like, "You know what's gonna take this to the next level? I'm gonna bring a fucking cymbal in here."
He got a cymbal. It's not even attached to a drum set.
Like
it's just a cymbal.
like
out
he
in the
had to
middle of
walk in and set that up, and
did.
people were like, "What the fuck is that for?" I thought your pipe band. He's like, "Oh, just you wait,
nowhere. Wait, you see what I do with this?
wait till you see,
cymbal.
like, wait till you see this bit."
Let me give you a hint. Let's see what kind of metalhead you are.
Okay,
Let me give you a hint. Ready? So think Metallica,
okay.
1988. I'm gonna give you a hint. The frayed ends of sanity.
I got nothing.
Oh,
Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
Oh, Wizard of Oz, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they were playing in the beginning. Listen to this.
Is that what that is?
It's on Instagram, so I can't fast forward it. But listen. It took me like a while to figure out what they're doing.
Oh, shit, you're right.
Oh,
great.
Right?
So now you've managed to make me angry. You've managed to
Dude, they not only ruined
you
the Wizard
managed
of
to
Oz.
play trash bagpipes, trash drums, ruin Metallica, and ruin Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz all in one
go.
I didn't do it.
Like, why don't you take my entire childhood,
Listen,
put it in a bag, and drown it in a fucking river?
I didn't ruin it for you. The 935 pipes and drums ruined it for you.
They're recurring.
I don't know who they are.
They're a recurring pipe and fail. They were
We had them before.
just last episode.
These guys are amazing at failing.
They're amazing at failing.
What a terrible,
God.
terrible demonstration of what pipes should be.
Yeah, that's so wherever you are, just stop, guys. Just stop. Stop doing that.
Just quit. I mean, really.
Have you ever considered the clarinet?
Or I would say the drums, but
Nope.
even that, even that.
Wave off. Wave off. Let's go.
Call the ball.
Hey, you know they. Okay, let me switch gears. They tried something.
They did try something.
They tried something different.
Sometimes you do have to try something different.
You got to try something different. You got to keep it fresh. So it doesn't all work. It's not always gold.
I'd say lucky for us, they failed.
Yeah.
We have something to talk about.
Yeah, one of the many things, one of the many fails. Okay, so what's our pipe band win of the week?
All right, this is not self-indulgent at all.
I'm sure this isn't masturbatory. looking at the notes, I'm sure this is not a stroke fest for good old Fuko here.
So I do want to. I'll be honest with you. Listen. So we were on the fucking cruise, right? And one of the things we did is we got to play on the bow of the ship as we were leaving Haiti one day, right?
For those of you who are idiots, that's the front.
It's the front. Yeah. So, and it's the helipad, which is on the front of the ship. So they've done this a couple times, but this is the first time I've been part of this. So we play a couple things. So the whole point of the teaching of the Dojo Cruise this year was to play an MSR with the entire group of people. So we played the MSR. We played a bunch of different stuff. Usual crap.
Yeah.
Amazing Grace, Scott and the Brave, Wings, whatever, and then we played this MSR. But the clip I have
this clip
today-
is the MSR?
No, I haven't found that yet. So what I do have is us playing Amazing Grace. It's not high A.
Drones are flat, but
Really?
yeah, what are you gonna do? Could be the audio.
Could be. And we're outside cold when we warmed up inside. It was cold that day. Ooh. Not bad,
Nailed it.
Not
Yeah.
bad, though.
That's brilliant.
Better than a service band.
That's literally
It's not much to go by.
literally one man's opinion difference from win and fail.
Wait, now listen to this. Listen to this. Douglas is about to go into harmonies. We got Matheson in the front. It's not bad, right?
It came in. It came in a
This
bit.
is a group of people that never played together.
This came
other than
in.
3 days.
It was rough, but it came in.
It started a little rough. Yeah. Fair enough. Here we go. Watch Douglas go in the harmonies. Now, we don't have to listen to the whole fucking thing, but I need to get Douglas's harmonies.
Yes,
they're
they're
actually
better.
pretty good.
They're way better
than the ones.
way
we
better
have.
than the normal ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so as
So-
far as let me interpret this.
Yeah,
I'm
go
going to
ahead.
interpret this as a win. I'm interpreting it as a win because you had a group of people who all came together, got to know each other, hung out on a cruise for a few days, and learned a little bit of something about bagpipes and learned a little bit of something about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Win. That group strike in to the solo of Amazing Grace. Tragic, but you know
There was some issues.
that's what a Piper's Dojo education will get you guys. Like, sorry.
Oh, hey, guess what? Guess who's not going on the cruise next year?
Pew pew.
Josh.
Shots fired. I'm sorry. This is a Chain Right podcast. We piss people off here.
That's fucking funny. Hey, listen, I got to answer to people. You don't. I just write them for you. Josh says it. I write it for him. But to be fair, that was actually
No, not
reasonable
bad.
considering that. So I would bet that like 80% of the people that went on this thing play with a shit pipe band and they don't know what they're doing.
Well, strangely enough, Fusco, that's a great segue into our topic for this episode,
Which is what?
which is
I don't even know.
the Love Boat.
Oh yeah, Love Boat.
So-
The Love Boat.
So, the Piper's Dojo cruise you just got back from,
Oh god, I'm so scared about what you
and we had a conversation after band the other night, and you talked about how it really was a group. It was a group of people that just hadn't gotten a lot of instruction normally.
I would say for the most part, most people probably have only learned over the internet and probably don't have anybody in their area that knows what they're doing.
Which is interesting that those are the people that would take the time, money, and energy to show up for a cruise versus all the people that have perfectly good access to instruction locally and still don't fucking show up on a Tuesday night, Angel.
Well, there's that.
So these people that don't have access to instruction locally will fly to fucking Florida,
Florida,
the asshole of the United States.
Yeah, it's the worst part of the planet. Well, worst part of the United States.
Dude, if you told me I had to live in either Florida or Afghanistan, I would be in Afghanistan right now.
What the fuck? Listen, these people, I'll give them credit for being dedicated. They were like, I want to be part of this. I want to learn. Granted, there were some questionable personalities.
Like yours?
Some in the, well, there's me for sure, by far. But like some people that are a little bit neurotic, a little bit. There were so many funny fucking things that happened. I don't know how much I could talk about. I'm like trying to determine like what are my chances of getting invited back next year with how much do I say about the things that happened.
Well, by all accounts, you were a legend. Those were the messages I got. It was a bunch of drunk, pasty, shirtless Andy Fusco pictures saying this guy's a legend.
Dude, I lived up to the Chanarant name. I did us proud. I promise you that.
You carried our banner.
I definitely did. I wish I had a bathing suit to represent the banner that I was representing.
Only, yeah.
But boy, did I ever.
Next time. But see, here's how we're going to guarantee that you get back on the cruise is the bathing suit's going to be next time, right?
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
You got to bait them. You got to bait them and switch them, man. You can't give them the cow if they will get the milk for free.
All right, give it to me. What do you got? I know you got shit on me.
I'm good.
I'm just waiting for this to happen.
So no, I think there's an interesting point to be made about the fact that it's a bunch of people who really were lower level. I did that on accident, but we have to drink anyway because
you
laws.
hit it. Yeah.
There were a bunch of lower level people that made the trip to do that, and I would say, based on what you've told me about the average skill, the average experience level, I want to say skill, the average experience level,
yeah.
that's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
We're talking people that were like
On day one, what were they like?
day one was like
Do you ever get like is he ever going to do like the side-by-side video of like, here's everyone playing together on day one, here's everyone playing together on day 7?
I don't know. He recorded a bunch of stuff, so I don't know what they're going to do with it. But day one was like cats fucking. I mean, it was like people spinning in circles. It was complete chaos. It was like nobody knows how to maintain their pipes. Like shit. Like just everywhere. Like bass drones turned in upside down. Like it was just nonsense. So the very first class he ever had was maintenance. Like,
Yeah.
maintenance
Gotta
and
start there.
calibration. The 4 questions. Blah blah blah. And
You gotta start there.
was remarkable. Man, there's so many stories. I don't even know where to begin. But it was like, for the most part, it was people like not knowing that their bag should be airtight. Like, question number 1 of all the things that should ever happen
Oh, that's bad.
is that my bag doesn't leak and my grommets are tight and my tie-in, whatever it is, however your situation is.
And if that's not the case, that's bad.
No concept of that whatsoever. None whatsoever. Like 80% of people.
I can't. Okay, and just as a qualifier, because people are gonna be like, Josh is being too much of a dick on this episode. I can totally relate to this because I had 10 years of piping experience and education where people didn't even notice or care about that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's only in the last 5 or 6 years that was like, oh my God, like, here's the things you should check first. So,
Secret of the pros.
dude, I was in the
Killer
same
maintenance.
boat, dude. I was in the
Killer
same boat as
maintenance.
everybody else.
Listen, there's this one time. So my roommate was this dude, Keegan, who's fucking awesome dude, right? I can't wait to have him on the show. And he was like, he's not the most patient person by any means. Like, you think I'm impatient?
At
Like,
least
he
you
is-
have you have a type.
Oh my God. That's for sure. So we would have like these conversations off air, question, quote unquote, like behind the scenes about like, he's like, how the fuck am I supposed to talk about, how am I supposed to teach somebody to have good tone when they're just leaking air in every possible way, shape or form. Like, and they don't get it. Like it was like,
How many laps?
exactly. How many laps around Retard Park do we want to go before we figure out that you have to be airtight before you can do anything?
Before the fact that we realize a wind instrument requires air efficiency.
Yes, air efficiency is king.
Just like an electric instrument requires electricity.
You're so funny. Like, so Keegan and I
I'm
were
like,
being-
yeah, I play the electric guitar, but sometimes it's just my power switches on and off. No,
yeah,
for no reason.
if it like kind of if like
well,
the,
that may
the
affect
connection has a short in it, like we're just gonna go with it.
that may affect your musical performance.
It's exactly like it's like having a short in your connection on a guitar. It's exactly the same thing.
Which, granted, if any of you are electric guitar players at home, I learned the secret to that a long time ago. You just lick it, stick it back in.
Yes. Well, I learned that too on the cruise. Not to keep
Send them up, knock them down. We're back, baby.
Oh shit. So anyway, yeah. So, but it was interesting but people did take to these lessons
That's good.
right off the top. I was blacked out at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't, but
You
Andrew
blacked
Andrew
out.
taught this.
You blacked out on day one and came out yesterday.
Day one, Keegan and I went hard. I've never met this guy in my life. He was my roommate. We drank 32 drinks between the two of us from 11 o'clock until whenever we passed out.
And you guys have to keep in mind, Andy's about 65 years old, so
I'm 42 years old. Goddammit. I weigh roughly 190 pounds. Keegan's
Pull.
like maybe 200. Maybe 200. There's no way I'm above 200. No way.
you have to get a scale out on air, motherfucker.
Keegan's like 6'7". He's a gigantic, skinny guy, but
At least you have a type.
we drank our asses off, dude. First day. Second day, look, we had to show up to class at 8 a.m. because they had figured out that 8:30
That's
was a
not
better
okay,
time.
dude.
Like, we woke up at like 7, like, what do we do?
Tiger's
Like,
blood. You should have. You
have
should
a
have.
beer and go.
You should have introduced
didn't even think
the
about
dojo crew to Tiger's
I didn't
blood.
even think about it. Never even hit me. Because, well, no, they had Red Bulls, but I don't remember them having monsters specifically.
You could do it with a Red Bull. Then
suppose.
it's leopard's blood.
Either way, I just didn't think of it. It didn't cross my mind. But so anyway, yeah, it was a lot of blacking out. I was blacked out maybe, I think of the
This is how you vacation though. Like when you say you came back and you were so chilled because you had such a great vacation, like you were blacked out half the time.
About that.
When we went to Ireland, you were blacked out the first 3 days.
Yeah, but we went hard when we first got there. So it was like, and it wasn't like 3 days whole of blackout. It was like,
No, that's
like by
true.
the time we got
It's just
done
the
with
important
night,
parts.
I didn't remember getting back to the room.
Yeah.
Basically.
So the cruise was essentially par for the course.
Yeah, it was
That
typical
way.
Foucault.
Yeah, it was typical Foucault. Blacking out
my
for days on
I
end.
made lots of friends though. That's usually what I do. So yeah, it was a good time.
Dude, well, I'm just glad that that people got to learn the dojo gospel. Because as much as I like to give Andrew Douglas shit, he's inadvertently discovered a fairly decent way to learn bagpipes.
Yeah, it's very specific, and I'll give him credit for that.
So speaking of interesting people, tell me about Weird Deborah.
Weird Deborah.
Yeah. Tell me
I don't know somebody named Weird Deborah.
And hello, Chanarand listeners. If you are enjoying this shitty bagpiping podcast, then you have to become a patron of Chanarant on Patreon.com. Patreon.com/Chanarant. You can see a bunch of videos of us, Andy passed out on a couch being a douchebag, us after hours saying shit we cannot say on the podcast. This is a time for the real six to shine.
So many people want to buy us a pint. They all offer, but here's your chance. Buy us a virtual pint.
Yeah, it's
per month.
Less than 1 pint a month, and you can see us make complete asses of ourselves and just enjoy some great Chanarang content. So, Fusco, you made some new friends on your little adventure.
I did.
Some big names.
At least one.
You hung out with a lot of big names in bagpiping, and you also hung out with Andrew Douglas.
Exactly correct.
Yeah.
Don't worry, he won't hear this for like a month.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
pretty far behind. So,
Dude, by the time he hears this and fires back, he'll be doing a long form interview with
somebody
you.
that nobody cares about. Yeah.
Who knows?
He never got to that either. He did no work whatsoever other than teaching, of course. But
It counts as work. That's his job.
no, he did a good job. But we got to hang out with Rab Matheson, the legendary pipe major of Shots and Daikin. And that guy, let me tell you, is a funny motherfucker. He's got a million stories. And you know what's interesting?
What's that?
He has agreed to be on the show. Can you believe that nonsense?
I've been hurt before.
We have been hurt before.
I've had people
And
say
it
they were
wouldn't
gonna come on.
surprise it wouldn't surprise me at all if this doesn't come to fruition. But he's like, so tell me about the show. Like, one of the things he asked me is like, how do you guys monetize this? It was like one of his first questions, right?
Like not very successfully.
Not successfully. He's like, because he's a retired guy, he's a former pipe major, so that probably means he's broke. I don't know. Most bagpipers are. I don't really know his finances, but he asked about that. I'm like, well, we have Patreon and we do shirts, and he's like, merch. You can't make any money on merch. I'm like, yeah, we know.
Yeah, trust me.
It basically maintains itself. So anyway, but man, he's a funny motherfucker. He's got a million stories. He's been a pipe major of Shots since like the 80s. And then he retired, 2010 roughly? I'm totally guessing, but something like that. He's seen it all, done it all. So at one point during the cruise, I'm like, man, I should be recording this because this is a funny goddamn story. But I figured it'd be better live.
Yeah.
I've got things in my head like, all right, I'm going to remind him. Remember that
You
story
got
you told me?
notes. You got notes.
Yeah. So we got him. I got Keegan has agreed to be on.
Perfect.
He's going to be good.
Is he going to call in?
Not good for me.
Is he going to call in or is he going to come visit?
He's going to call in, but he might come visit. We're working on that too, possibly. But
Like,
I don't want to talk about it too soon. But
Perfect.
But either way, we're going to call him in way sooner than he's going to be here. Either way, so that's a funny.
that'll
deal
be a
too.
fun one.
Yes, this is a guy who knows Andrew Douglas well. They've known each other since they were teenagers, so we can get some shit.
Wait, he knows Andrew Douglas even better than Andrew Carlisle knows him?
Apparently, they've known each other longer. They went to the same boarding school together.
Oh,
They went to the they grew up in the general same.
So what
area.
you're saying is they've touched each other's penises, just out of curiosity.
They've crossed the streams at
yeah,
least.
just out of curiosity,
For sure.
Boarding school, no girls.
Yeah, not at all.
It's either like, do you diddle each other or does the priest diddle you?
They're really good at bagpipes, and I can't imagine that helped as a teenager very much. And their social.
Dude, let me tell you, I can speak to some experience on this. The whole tagline of like, well, I'm a bagpiper and a podcaster and a nonprofit communicator. The
times
panty
two.
it does not drop the panties like you would think. Strangely enough,
Not unless they're older brats. Let me tell you.
Deborah.
Oh, I'll never live that
It's
down.
like pushing a wet rope into a black hole. But what are you gonna do?
You know what's funny about Scottish people? They got great jokes, especially granny jokes. Man.
Yeah.
We'll share
Did
them.
you get into a lot of granny porn?
I'm starting to. Ever since I've been back, I've been like hooked on granny porn. I don't know why. Not sure exactly, but
Morbid curiosity, maybe.
I think it's that voice that's like really like really wispy, like, "Hey, Sonny,
It reminds me of your childhood.
I got no teeth." I don't know. I mean, really, is there any better blowjob than
A real
one
gummy
without
one.
teeth?
Yeah. Fusco's just out there for episode 58, a real gummy blowjob. 59.
Write that one down. Yeah, we haven't got the 58 yet because Josh hasn't gotten out yet.
That's on me. You're right. Okay, so Fusco.
Yeah. What else we got?
So we got Rob
Brad Matheson. Yeah.
Matheson. He's coming on. Callum tried to reschedule. So
I have contacted Callum. He's responded. He apologized greatly for missing it.
Can we have him call in and then we just immediately hang up and then just do the rest of the show?
That would be pretty fucking funny. He won't. I don't think he listens, so he won't know it's coming.
Yeah.
That would be pretty funny.
It's Chanarant.
Could I do that to the guy?
Yeah. Yeah, we could.
He knows Andrew pretty well.
We're
so
sons of bitches.
I think we could get away with it.
I
I don't know. Why not?
You had a great week on vacation. You're going into 4 days of hell. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts are, what a great time to take a vacation because I'm way chill. Like, can you imagine my stress level if I didn't do this? Like, because I was like, how crazy was I?
I think some of your grays have actually reversed color back into brown.
They might have, man. I don't know. Like, I'm like, hey, you know what's gonna happen is gonna happen. We may have
Ireman.
Irima. We may be broke next year as a band. We may have no money because.
But then we're we're baseline with everyone else.
That's true.
Then, like, if we're broke as a band, then we're just like all the other bands, except they have drummers.
Then we got to start doing stupid fundraisers like selling shirts,
Car
and
washes,
stuff,
and
car
fucking
washes.
bake sales.
We've never had to do that, and I really don't want to do that.
I mean, there's always a third option, which we just start cooking crystal meth in the practice location. But
That actually sounds pretty good.
we'll have the science department start immediately.
We'll get Angel on that.
Wait, I'm not the science. You're not. Neither of us are the science department.
Oh, absolutely not.
Wait, who's the science department? I'm communications, dude. I don't do science.
I wouldn't. Would you trust any of these people to pull that off?
I wouldn't trust any of these people to cook meth.
Can't trust them to play pipes.
Huh. Like, come on, man. That's a delicate thing. You can blow yourself up. Plus, what if they accidentally succeed? I don't want to smoke the meth that these people cooked. I don't want to smoke any meth, but I'm just saying, what if it makes your teeth fall out twice as fast? Anyway, if you like to smoke meth and play bagpipes.
Where are you going with this?
If you like to smoke meth and play bagpipes, chainrant.com. Go buy a t-shirt. Support us on Patreon. Final thoughts for me are, it's good to have you back.
Thank you.
Welcome. The only thing that makes me more excited than having you back sitting across at this table is the fact that I'm going to leave and not see you for the
Next
next 3 days, which will be
3 days.
great.
Speaking of that, I guess we should put maybe a quick question as to what's the bet. What are the chances that Josh gets laid in Havasu? I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say you don't.
I don't want to take that bet then. I was going to bet against me.
Oh well, then. Well, no. Wait, you're gonna bet against yourself?
Yeah, I was going to bet against myself.
All right, that's fair enough.
Because think about this. Look at the long game here. I can bet against myself because I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen. And then if the opportunity comes up, you know I'm going to take it. So you win.
Are you gonna take any opportunity, any port and storm kind of thing?
Dude,
What
at
are we
this
talking
point, I'm going to be...
about? What if she's 52 years old?
At this point, I'm going to be raw dog and Cahill.
Oh Jesus Christ! You be careful because he might take it.
He could be a top. You never know.
Is it going to be like a human centipede situation out there with the four of you?
I was thinking I'd put like a rubber band around two sponges and just go to town.
Hey, go for it.
At this
Whatever gets it off.
At this point, Cahill's gonna walk out. He's gonna get up for his like old man 4 a.m. dump, and I'm just gonna be hanging from the fucking shower curtain,
Upside down.
the bag around my head, my dick in my hand.
Sounds like a typical year when we go to Flagstaff.
On an unrelated note, do you know where I could buy a Batman mask?
Before Saturday?
Yeah, it's unrelated.
I'm sure you can get one in Havasu. There's got to be
Yeah.
a million of them. There's plenty of sick fucks out there.
What were Josh's last words? I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. Do you have a Bane to your Batman out there, do you think?
I don't know, because I'm usually the Bane to everyone else's. Maybe Cahill's Batman and I'm Bane.
That would make sense.
Maybe he's trying to keep order and I'm just going to be the agent of chaos. You never know.
I would agree with that.
Sorry, agent. I got to pronounce my T's. Otherwise, it sounds like I'm saying Asian of chaos, which is Kim Jong-un, different persons.
Very racist.
Yeah.
You're a horrible person.
Yeah, well. Spoiler alert.
I'm sexist. You're racist. Here we are.
Wait, I thought it was the other way around. Wait, I thought you were both, and then I was only one?
I don't remember. Is that what it was?
I don't know.
Either way. Who gives a
All
shit?
right. So, editing that out.
That's all I got.
Final thoughts. I'm excited to have you back. I'm excited for hanging out with the Havasu boys. I hope to bring back some tales.
I look forward to hearing what happens.
And I look forward to hearing your tales, sir.
It's going to be a lot of misery, but cheers.
Hey, cheers, man. Good luck to the both of us, and good luck
to all you.
Good luck to everyone out there that's going to be playing St. Patrick's Day gigs. By the time you hear this, you'll be done.
You'll already be done, but either way, we
send us your stories, chanarant@gmail.com, and if you've got b-hole pics, send them to bigrabshow@gmail.com. That's also Chanarant. I know it sounds different, but it's let's go.
Ultimately, isn't he trying to be us anyway?
I feel like to some extent we inspired the Big Rab Show podcast. Like I know that it has like 100 more episodes than us, but we
laid the groundwork for what has become his show.
Yeah.
And ultimately, he wishes he could be us.
I think he just wishes he could say the shit that we get away with. He's like, because sometimes I think he's thinking it.
Oh, he's thinking it. I guarantee
sometimes I think he's like, I'd love to give these motherfuckers a piece of my mind.
But he won't. He's way more professional than us. Because
so
he's
is
a
everybody.
broadcaster. Yeah. And we'll just say, go fuck yourself. And onward and upward.
Ah, you cunts, ya. All right, well, let's go. I say now's as good time as any. Plays out.